So, okay, you moved to Dubai after this incident. Off camera, you were saying that you had an uncle, I believe he was here.
Yes.
And
he's the same who I was working for. So he also got threatened through one of his relatives who got kidnapped kids. And they asked him to leave the country straight away. So he left. So he came here, he built his life straight away, like a few months. And then he told me, like, you're not staying there as well.
So you moved to Dubai 2005?
2005.
And was it just like an instant, deep breath, or like an instant relaxation? Or
I came to Dubai saying that, okay, we're going to stay here for 3-6 months and then things will go good back and we're going to go back, or I will just go finish my study somewhere else abroad. And the rest is history.
The rest is history, exactly. Would you say that there was, the things that you've described, I'm sure stay with the person forever. And you said you have softened up, or, Dubai is quite soft here. How long would you say it has taken you, if you have, to adapt to a much easier life, a less chaotic, a less scary?
I was still connected back home because my parents were there, and things were getting worse and worse. Yes, I managed to survive, but I still have parents there, sisters. I was worried about them, and my father was a doctor, surgeon, and they started, it went into phases. So they started reaching to scientific people, doctors, threatened them to get out of the country. So there was a famous envelope. This was the threat message envelope with 2 bullets inside. This means you have a few days to get out, or these are for you. So my father got one, which I didn't know until my mum told me. So I was panicking at that time. It was, I think, 2007. So I managed to go and, with the help of my uncle and connections that we had here with the hospitals, because I came and I was working in the medical equipment company, same ophthalmology equipment. So I did have some connections. So we managed to get him a job. His CV was like overqualified. And he got the job straight away. It was a compromise, but whatever, it's fine. He can make a living. Let's stay here. So he got his 3-year visa, and they were safe and sound during this phase. After he finished his visa, he didn't want to renew. He said, I will go back home. I would rather die in my home country. Old mentality people. It was kind of like, okay, things started to ease up a little bit. So they were worried about the house, because our house, after they left, got, I think, 2 missiles. Luckily they were not there.
Going back a few points, it's interesting the fact that you can move to Dubai and you're safe now, but knowing your family back home must add another level of anxiety and fear, because when you're there, you're kind of all in it together.
Absolutely.
You can physically see someone.
Absolutely.
You know where you can kind of get together and be somewhere, go somewhere.
That's a very important thing that you just said, because when I was there, you have your eyes as the lens of the camera that you see around you, and you see the reality and what's fake and what's real. When I came here, I started seeing things through the camera. And whoever is holding the camera and wherever he's pointing, in this room, for example, if he's pointing at me, the people will only see me. But if he's going to show you around, which they did not. So when there was, for example, an attack, and I know every single inch in Baghdad, and whenever they say or announce at the news there was a bomb at this area, I know who's there. And I know this path. My father could be going to his clinic through this path at this time. And I get worried and I pick up the phone. And now I hear their voices.
If you can't get through.
Yeah. And so I reached to the level that I was always picking up the phone and always on the news. And my mom was like, listen, you know Iraq and Baghdad better than we do, because you were at the streets more than us. So don't worry, we're okay. Stop worrying, we're fine. Stop worrying, we're fine. Until I managed to get them here, and then that was like peace of mind. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Because, that, again, just that the feeling of having loved ones somewhere and not being around for such a crazy time is, really, really crazy. So in Dubai, you were working in the same field that you were working in back home. And at some point, there was a real body transformation fitness journey for you.
Yeah.
What sparked that? Because there's a picture on your Instagram which I genuinely didn't even know it was you, the first guy.
Most of the people don't.
And it's it's a real transition. So how did that start?
I got married at the year 2007. My parents were just here, so they were attending my wedding. First marriage, life is easy, life is comfortable. Yeah, don't worry about things. So I left myself live this ease of life. Everything is fine. Parents are here. I'm married. I made it. Things are good. Relax. I started adding weight without noticing. In 2009, I had my first kid, Yusuf. I think we were on a staycation in one of the hotels, and they leave a scale inside the bathroom. So I was completely naked. I was like, let's see how much I weigh. Stepped on the scale. I came to Dubai, by the way. I was 68 kg. Me, tall, 68 kg. I stepped on the scale at that time, 2009. So 4 years later, from 68, I was 105. I lifted my head in the mirror and I started seeing a person that I used to see, but this time is different because there's somebody who slapped me. The scale slapped me, the number, the 3 digits on the scale that slapped me and woke me up. What's happening? Who's this guy? I was like, okay, no, enough is enough. Back to track. You've gone so far. So I started fixing my way of eating, removing what I know is harmful, which was sweet, sugar, eating normal foods. I stayed literally 2 years just eating junk food. Junk food without sweets. When I say junk food, I was eating everyday lunch from the office, McDonald's, Big Tasty. I lost I would say 25 kgs in 2 years. Skinny guy. Not skinny fat, let's call him. But I dropped the weight. People were like, wow, what are you doing? What happened? Like, are you okay? Sick? What happened? No, I was like, no, just back to normal. And then I started realizing that, no, this is not enough. If I manage to drop my weight, I look ugly. I don't want to be like this, skinny, sick, looking sick. Let's go into the gym. I was 30 at that time. So I bought a membership at that time to a gym. Everyone against all odds, because the gyms at that time, I still remember, Fitness First was the first UAE mixed kind of public gym.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took a membership there and I started going there. And so into the fitness, into weightlifting. I used to do weightlifting back home in Iraq. So I kind of know. Thanks to the help of the YouTube, it's an interest for me. I know I have a goal in my mind, so I started researching and building this.
A lot of men have the idea to lose weight and to change lifestyle habits, whether it be the junk food or going to the gym. Majority don't follow through. Why was it that you just thought you wanted to do it and then just did it without any difficulties? I'm sure there was difficulties, that's the wrong word, but why were you successful in the first go, shall we say?
There is a reason, but I'll keep this reason for myself.
Okay. Okay.
I've been asked many times. I don't want to say why, but there was a important reason which triggered me and woke me up to make this transformation happen. And it was a matter of life or death that I have to have the physique that I want.
Got you.
And I got it.
Okay, so if you were to give advice to a man of any age, because you did it at 30.
Yeah.
to a man of any age on the mindset, being able to flick the switch, what advice would you give?
Make it happen. It's never too late. You as a man, you are built to be under stress, mentally, physically, and by life in general. Okay? If you're not a man. I said it out loud. I was hesitating, but I said it out loud. A man who does not handle stress physically is not a man. He could be anything else, but not a man. The word man has to rise up on top of all boys. A man who cannot handle physical stress or mental stress is not a man. Full stop.
What do you think?
I wanted to say this for quite a long time.
Really?
I managed to say it.
Amazing.
I took the bravery to say it. I don't care what kind of comments are coming through. I'm ready for them.
Good. No, we have to go for it. What do you think is the thing that's holding guys back? Because inside all of us
Soft
is
life.
Soft life.
Very soft life. Inside every man, there's a beast. You have to, as a man, I'm talking to men now, you have to feed and train that beast inside you. You have to, you must. He's hungry, he's thirsty. Feed him. Make him the worst beast that can destroy the entire world. It's a must. Feed that beast inside you. But learn how to contain him. That's a different level of man. That's the optimum level of a man. You have a beast inside you. Make him the strongest, the most furious, the most dangerous beast ever. Ready to kill if you get him out right now. Unchain him. He can destroy everyone. You have to train him. You have to feed him. You have to make him ready. But learn how to contain him. That's the optimum level of a man.
What would you say are the major differences before and after the transition for you? With everything, relationships, life, work.
No, relationship was not related to the fitness or the body transformation. It's a different level of transformation, or it's the next phase of transformation. But physically, it gave me more confidence. It gave me a new career for myself, which could be something for someone, but could be not. I started finding or discovering, I always wanted to know who I am. What is my purpose in life? And to be honest with you, I became successful as a salesperson in medical equipment because I was forced to. It was an environment of, I had no other job but this. This is something that I was trained for back home. So I had to make a living, so I had to become successful. And my name right now is rising on top of the salespeople in terms of medical equipment, of ophthalmology. When you say my name, everyone knows who I am and everyone knows where I work at. Throughout these 18 years, I succeeded. But ask me, do you like it? I'll say no. But I made a career out of it. So I was always looking for my purpose. What was I? Who am I? And it was walking side by side as I was transforming myself, this fitness journey, which came later on. So as I started changing myself, people started noticing the change. Close people, colleagues, relatives, friends, people I meet at the gym because I was spending more time at the gym. So people started asking me questions. How did you do? Why? I've been here more than you. Why is it with you that you're changing, not me? What are you using? What are you taking? Which I wasn't. So I started lecturing people or giving them tips or advices which I had from my experience. It was nothing based on any science or anything that I had studied. So I was like, okay, this could be something. Let me just go and study something. So I started studying and getting certificates because people love a person who talks, who, wow, what are you? I have a certificate. Yeah. I could say bullshit, nothing. And by the way, take my certificates and wash them, throw them in the garbage, because the knowledge that I have today it did not come from the certificates that I have, but it's there. They helped me get on the path with solid confidence. It's a different level of confidence. So body transformation gave me this confidence, gave me this career that I have today, gave me the path that I was seeking for, at least the beginning of it. So yeah, confidence, and made me discover what it is. Like the beast that we were talking about a while ago, I started feeding him. I went through the divorce during this transition of my body, so it was therapy for me. I was like, I wanted to scream, I wanted to yell, I wanted to show emotions, but I cannot because I'm a man. So the only way that I can do so is by going and destroying the gym, destroying the weights,
physically,
and harming my body on top of the pain that I have. But at least this pain will be rewarded with a good body later on. So this was the analogy of the gym.
When I spoke about relationship there, you said this is a different level of evolution.
Yes.
Describe to me that different level of evolution.